At 75, Chris Norman has reached a moment in life where reflection feels both natural and necessary, and for the first time in many years, he is speaking openly about Suzi Quatro, the era they shared, and the deep respect he has always held for her. Born Christopher Ward Norman on October 25, 1950, in Redcar, North Yorkshire, England, Chris grew up in a household where music was part of everyday life, thanks to his father's work as a professional singer and entertainer. When the family moved to Bradford, he was immersed in the vibrant post-war British music scene, absorbing rock and roll, skiffle, and early pop while learning guitar and developing the husky, emotional vocal style that would later become his signature. In the mid-1960s, he formed a band with friends Alan Silson, Terry Utley, Ron Kelly, and later Pete Spencer, eventually becoming Smokey, a group whose fortunes changed dramatically in the 1970s after working with songwriters and producers Nicky Chinn and Mike Chapman. With Chris Norman's unmistakable voice at the forefront, Smokey released a string of international hits such as Living Next Door to Alice, If You Think You Know How to Love Me, and I'll Meet You at Midnight, earning massive popularity across Europe, Australia, and the UK. Yet by the early 1980s, after relentless touring and industry pressure, Norman felt creatively constrained and made the risky but transformative decision to leave the band and pursue a solo career. That leap paid off almost immediately with the 1986 duet Stumblin' In alongside Suzi Quatro, a global hit that revealed a softer, more intimate side of his voice and introduced him to a new generation of listeners. His solo success continued with songs like Midnight Lady and Some Hearts Are Diamonds, particularly in Germany and Eastern Europe, where he achieved near-legendary status, all while maintaining remarkable longevity through constant touring and new releases. Alongside his career, Norman's personal life remained strikingly stable. He married his wife Linda in 1970, long before international fame, and together they raised 5 children, later settling on the Isle of Man in search of privacy, balance, and a life grounded away from the glare of celebrity. Now, looking back, Norman speaks with honesty about the raw, competitive music scene of the early 1970s and the impact of Suzi Quatro, whom he describes as a force who changed the picture entirely. He recalls how she broke unspoken rules by fronting a hard-edged rock band and playing bass in an industry dominated by men, never asking for permission and refusing to be reshaped by others. Their encounters on tours and television shows left a lasting impression on him, marked by her no-nonsense honesty, toughness balanced with humor, and relentless determination to stay true to herself despite immense pressure. At 75, Norman says age brings clarity and fairness, allowing him to acknowledge Quatro not as a novelty or exception, but as a true rock artist who raised the bar for everyone. With rivalries long faded, what remains for him is gratitude for having shared that era with pioneers like her, and a desire to ensure history remembers her courage and influence. His words, shaped by decades of experience, stand as a heartfelt tribute to Suzi Quatro and a reminder that true legacy in music is measured not by trends, but by authenticity, resilience, and the power to inspire generation after generation.